Lower ball. Inevitable. First ball that hits the middle of the bat usually goes for 4 when a bowler's in this sort of streak.
Yes, it's part 1 of Sod's Law of Cricketana. I can tell you that would happen with Robin Smith and the bowler there. 22 not out, and Gooch unbeaten on 93. Atherton out for 76. Good hand from him, but Gooch quite outstanding there, and only 7 short of another 100 here at Headingley. The bowling figures, there's only one man with a single against his name in that 4th column. Wasim Akram 1 for 50 from 25 overs and 9 maidens. 33 from Aqib Javed, who is little used today. Waqar Younis 75 from 17. Mushtaq, I thought, bowled very well considering the conditions. 51 from 21 overs and 2 maidens, and 2 overs of left-arm orthodox non-spin, in fact, from Amir Sohail. So after 2 days of this Headingley Test match, that is the way things stand. Pakistan 197 all out after Javed Miandad won the toss and batted yesterday. England 216 for 1, with Gooch and Robin Smith to resume on Saturday. England 19 runs ahead and 9 wickets in hand. We join it with the 5th ball of the first over. It's Waqar Younis coming into bowl to Robin Smith, and 2 runs have been added to the overnight total.
That's a typical Robin Smith shot. No more than a defensive lunge and prod, but the ball flew off it straight, and that's 4 runs. This is Wasim Akram. He just leaned on that. Graham Gooch is well up just outside off stump, maybe drifting away, but he leaned, was drawn to the stroke, and he just hit a space in the covers.
I see the pitch is much firmer now, so the ball just come on a little better there. Quite wide-ish that, and Gooch had to reach for it, but timed it superbly.
So Waqar Younis to Graham Gooch, who's on 98. Oh, well bowled, but that's the 100. Thick outside edge, 4 runs to Gooch. His first century against Pakistan and the 17th in his Test career.
Well, there's a little bit about luck about the shot, but there hasn't been too much luck about that innings. That's been a fine innings by Graham Gooch. Tremendous pick-up shot there by Gooch. Tough day for a captain.
Oh, well bowled. And really, he's taken advantage of this wind, which is blowing across towards, from mid-wicket to cover, and the ball's just drifting away. Bowls it beautifully, cutting away.
It was a great delivery. In fact, if you look where that pitched, how much it went. No doubt he had to play at it. It pitched on the line of the stumps.
Well, that's a lovely shot from Smith, and the fielder accepts his fate. Didn't exactly race away, mind you. The fielder decided that was going to be 4, and he didn't make it anything of a contest.
Well, beautiful shot. The ball swinging in again and pitching a bat middle stump, and Robin Smith was so strong and powerful.
Oh, this is high-class bowling. The ball that goes through and lifts, the batsmen manage to miss, and those they edge don't carry, and furthermore go for 4.
And that is very frustrating for bowlers, and I'm sure you can see Wasim Akram there. Well, it says everything.
250 up, and England lead increasing all the time.
Aqib Javed, who was really struggling yesterday.
Well done. Hit that very, very hard. And it was beautifully taken out there at cover. The skipper has done it himself. Robin Smith has made 42. He's played and missed on many occasions. 104 balls he's actually faced. But in the end, it was the captain who came up with the catch. Yeah, that's 4.
Wonderful power and placement there. That really was an improvised shot, really. Graham Gooch is very strong on the offside, but that was so wide that it needed a lot of wrist work there. Well, he's a handsome shot, and we saw plenty of this from Stewart at Edgbaston. No real effort to hit that ball, just pure timing. That is out. He's got a full toss through. Stewart nailed. It really was. It was more than a Yorker, and Waqar puts his hands together almost in supplication. He's proved what he thinks is a point, but really that was a much different length ball compared with anything that he's bowled in the match.
Yes, he'll be delighted to get his Surrey captain out. Did more or less full toss on the knee. It did go in, and there was a chance of it sliding down the leg side, but Murph Kitchen ruled on the bowler's favour on that occasion.
I wonder how many times in his test career David Gow's got off the mark first ball. Shows the pace of the pitch, because Waqar Younis dug that one in. Well, this will be the last over before lunch, and Gooch and England in control of the morning, really, because starting the day at 2-1-6 for 1 with Gooch on 93. He's completed his first ever 100 against Pakistan. Looks like the googly, so that is lunch, and I said Gooch was in control. Well, no longer. The end of him, and that completes a useful morning for Pakistan. The end of Graham Gooch, maybe a lapse of concentration, maybe he didn't pick the googly. A good piece of bowling from Mushtaq Ahmed, and he's deserved that, because last night he bowled well against everybody. Big reception from the capacity crowd.
I'm sure this would have pitched somewhere near that patch we talked about. Yes, it wouldn't be far away. It was a Google, and well, Gooch never really got forward. He just kind of lolled half forward. A bit of a tired shot, I would say, and that's understandable. He's been out there throughout the match so far. Tremendous effort by Graham Gooch, the England captain.
Graham Prakash is the new batsman, coming in with Graham Gooch dismissed just before lunch. LBW, Ram Prakash, no score. the top spinner. No doubt about that, the quicker one. Going straight on, and the over-the-wrist spinner has triumphed. He's picked up Gooch just before the interval. He's picked up Ram Prakash on what might be termed an injudicious sweep straight after. .12 and 17 innings for those 306 runs. Well, 4 catches in the Pakistan innings. Now a chance to pull around the England batting, which is slumped. 298 for 5. They're only just over 100 ahead. Up for England. What a wonderful Yorker. 303 for 6. I won't say you could see that coming, but you knew it was just over the brow of the hill. Wonderful piece of bowling from Waqar Younis.
That was magnificent. I mean, everything was perfect there. There's nothing that Graham Hick could have done, because the previous 2 balls, Waqar, the first one was short, the second one beat him almost in the length, and the third one beat him all ends up. There was a magnificent swinging delivery.
The new batsman is Chris Lewis.
Big shout, and that's out. Another wicket falls, and England are really in trouble now. Beautiful late in swing. Waqar Younis keeping the ball well up to the bat. Amazing, really, that Pakistan could labour so long without luck, and suddenly it's all gone their way, and you must say the bowlers have deserved their luck. Derek Pringle, I thought, would hang around for a while. Not many balls. Beautiful bowling. The mixture of the late in swing, the ball cutting away from the bat, the speed, the length. The world's rated #1 bowler, Waqar Younis.
Certainly justifying that position that he is holding. He has definitely brought this game back to Pakistan. As has happened so far in this series, the Pakistani bowlers have brought Pakistan back into the game, and not a really nice way of getting out, padding up and seeing your off stump being raffled by the ball.
Well, it's an extraordinary collapse, isn't it, when you see David Gower there, 5 not out. That's all he's collected. He's played with some comfort, but what does he do now? I mean, he could never imagine that he'd bat in a test match with Neil Malander at the other end unless he'd got about 150, and he's 5. Mushtaq Ahmed. And he's got to play some shots. Beautifully played. It was dropped short, but Gower waited. Lovely mixture of elegance and power. The in-swinger gave it a prod, is off the mark in Test cricket. Waqar can't believe it. Goodbye. off stump, I think. But half the wickets left intact. The bail's still on, 2 lonely stumps, divorced from the third. And that's what Test cricket's all about. 313 for 9, Neil Mallender has been bowled.
Well, that's right, and he made the cardinal error of playing back, did Neil Mallender. Play back at Headingley, look, it hits the stump halfway up. You play back at your peril. It better be very short at Headingley if you play back.
Enter Tim Munton. Cracking shot. Well, Waqar gave him some width outside the off stump, and of course, at this stage, David Gower simply has to go for it. But somehow I feel that he would have gone for it whatever.
Yes, and Waqar deliberately sort of running in 3/4 pace at David Gower. He's just sort of bowling within himself, hoping David Gower will get a single, and then he's reserving all his energy to bowl at the tail end of Tim Munton.
Now he must be saying to himself, David Gower, that's this tall lad the other end, knows a bit or two about batting. Well, 2 balls to go. He walks, little inside edge onto the pad, beautifully caught, and maybe Tim Munton needed a refresher course in batting, but it was beautifully bowled.
Well, I was just thinking, whatever Tony Lewis said, whatever Tim Munton knows about batting isn't a very lot. That's a batting pad from a wrong un, a googly. Difficult enough for batsmen. It's nearly impossible for tail-enders to read what the leg spinner is bowling.
Indeed it is, and it was a wonderful sight there to see Mushtaq Ahmed in such terrific form with Waqar Younis. That's just about the most exciting thing you can watch at Test match level, a really fast bowler and a leg spinner at the other end. 320 all out. They lost 8 for 28, England, and the bowling figures accurately reflect what happened. Terrific performance from those 2 men. Waqar Younis, 30 overs, 3 maidens, 5 for 117, and Mushtaq Ahmed, 29.5 overs, 6 maidens, 3 for 60. He took 3 for 9 from the Kirkstall Lane end from 8.5 overs. So at the end of that England innings, that is the situation. Pakistan 197 all out, and England 320, Gooch 135 and Atherton 76, Robin Smith 42, 5 wickets to Waqar Younis and 3 to Mushtaq. England 123 runs ahead, so a long haul ahead of them and ahead of Pakistan as well. It's a good even match. We join the Pakistan second innings with the second ball of the 4th over. 11 runs have been added without loss. Mallender is the bowler. Amir Sohail is taking strike.
Out. Stands there, but umpire Kitchen had no doubt. A little bit of bounce, and Mallender gets his 4th wicket of the match, the first of this innings. And that was a poor stroke, and as a result, first wicket goes at 11.
Well, that's the way that Amir Sohail's played all through the series. He's been flash outside the off stump, made a lot of runs. He's also played and missed a lot. On this occasion, he just got a little tickle. Did bounce a little bit more than probably could have expected, but it was shortish. Fraction of extra bounce, and Pakistan first wicket down.
Asif Mushtaba. One left-hander replaces another. Nicely timed shot, that'll be 4.
Tim Munton to bowl to RAMIZ Raja. It's a good stroke, nicely timed. Always slows up a little bit on that side of the ground, but not enough to save the boundary. Good shot from RAMIZ Raja. Derek Pringle comes on now at the football ground end.
That's the 50 up for Pakistan and coming in the 18th over, so a decent enough run rate. And really, they haven't had to take many risks to get there or had many alarms. Out. Standing, but given. Umpire Palmer gives him out. Asif Mushtaba seemed to think it might have come from something else, but out. And that is the second wicket, and the game tilts back to England, 53 for 2.
Well, this is a funny dismissal because Neil Mallender bowling at fast medium, the ball sort of lobs. Pitch is there, it just sort of lobs to second slip. Very easily catchable at slip.
Captain Miandad, and he's the one man who might, if he settles, play the sort of influential innings that Graham Gooch did. The light's not good.
Now, there's no doubt from that replay that the ball hit the toe of the batsman, but as the bat came through, did the bat touch the ball as well? Because if it did, then he's out. Good ball.
Blow for England and may well be the death blow for Pakistan. Captain's gone, Javed Miandad. That completes a poor match with the bat for him, and Mallender has done it again. 3 wickets and Pakistan in deep trouble, 64 for 3.
Well, Javed Miandad was furious with himself at playing that shot. He knows he's looking round to the screen to see how he got out. He got drawn with the bat away from his body. There he is, you see, playing back foot. It's way, way away from his body. A little bit careless.
Salim Malik, the hero of the first innings, but there's an even bigger job waiting for him now.
The batsman was very quick to see that the fourth light had come on. Must have caught sight of it out of the corner of his eye. Been offered to them and they'll go off.
Ground now about half full. We've had over 16,000 in here today. Some of them have gone home when we had a stoppage for bad light, and there's still plenty of cloud cover, but quite playable. Well, Salim Malik's reaction to that really said it all. It was wide, it went still wider, but Salim Malik was absolutely furious with himself. Oh, now that must have been so close to off stump. It also didn't get up very high, and for Salim Malik to leave that one alone.
Oh, what judgment that was. I mean, I think it just went over the top. Now, if it did, that is a bit of good fortune for him on this pitch. It just went over the corner of the stump there. Oh, that was tremendous reaction.
4 runs and brings up 50.
Working it a long way around there, RAMIZ Raja.
Well, that was bad bowling. Trying to draw him into an offside shot, but wrong length and wrong width. What's the danger? Yes, he's working leg side again, but I guess correctly, but he's really playing dangerous form of roulette here.
They say Derek Pringle gets quite close to the stumps, and that pitch is roundabout off stake. Just missing leg stick, probably.
Full toss and put away with a minimum of fuss.
Gooch has produced a good field setting there for RAMIZ Raja, who was picking Munton off early on. He was getting away forward of square leg with lovely fluent onside strokes. Gooch has a man in short mid-wicket, and he's pushed square leg back 10-15 yards and has another one just behind the umpire. And that's where he's taken the catch. Atherton has snapped it up. That's good cricket from Graham Gooch. He set the field well. A man either side of the square leg umpire and a man in at short mid wicket, and Munton has done the trick. That's just what he did, and it ended a super innings from RAMIZ Raja. 63 in that total of 98 for 4. Was a terrific effort. Next top scorer, Salim Malik, who top scored in the first innings. He's unbeaten there on 13, and 2 more runs were added up to the close of play to take it along to that 98 for 4. And the bowling figures, Neil Mallender, what a good debut match he's having. 15 over 6 maidens, 3 for 26 and 1 for 18 for Munton. So at the close of play, after 3 days of this Headingley Test match, that's the way it looks. Pakistan 197 all out, 98 for 4 in their second innings to play, although some